Hi YouTube, Brian here once again, and this is a little off the cuff video just to say a big thank you to all the subscribers that we've got since I started this channel. It hasn't been up very long, but we're well over 200 subscribers, and I'd like to get this channel monetized because this will be part of the plan as to how we can actually afford to come to Cyprus. We're not well off, we're not rich, we're not taking millions over there, even tens of thousands over there. We're basically going to be living on our pensions and doing a little bit of work to get over. So anything we can do insofar as these videos is really appreciated. So before I go any further, if you want to just hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and also give a thumbs up for this video if you would, because both of which cost you nothing but to make a huge difference to me and to this channel for getting the channel to be a success. So yeah, we're about 6 or 7 videos in, and I'm sitting here on a wall outside Carlisle Cathedral, put my mind together as to what's gone on the last few weeks, and the fabulous support I've had from most people online, the comments that you've been putting down, and don't forget to leave comments because I'm always interested. I try to reply to as many as I can, but the comments that you've been leaving for me have been fabulous. A little bit of negative ones. There are some people who are determined to turn it into something political, so I thought I'd cover some of those things now and just let you know what my views are. So let's start with the politics side first. I'll get it over and done with because I hate the politics side. So first of all, it's not a political channel. I don't intend making big political statements. I made a couple of statements how I dislike the politics in the UK, but I'm non-party political. You'll not find me particularly voting for one party or another. I have voted, I do vote in the UK for parties, but I'm not party political insofar as that. I distrust and dislike most politicians equally. I show utter contempt for almost all of them in equal amounts. So please don't go down the party political route because I just won't respond. In fact, I'll probably delete your questions. A few people have had goes at me because I've said I'm going for an Irish passport, which gives me an EU passport because I'm an EU citizen on that. And I bet you voted Brexit, I bet you didn't vote Brexit. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what I voted, whether it was Brexit or not. The people who know me, know me. The people who don't. But all I will say in that is that by the UK coming out of the EU, it has caused me a lot of problems to get across here, because obviously the British passport, the UK passport, doesn't give UK free pass anymore, and hasn't since 2020 when it came out. But there was also some things which I saw as positives from coming out, and I'm not going to go down which way I voted and the whys and wheres because it's not for this channel. But you know, as I say, if you do know me, then you'll know. If you don't know me, then it's none of your business. But let's just say I'm not going to get drawn into that. The other thing is, there's been a few people having goes about Cyprus. I was really upset about one of them who basically said that they're all poor and that I was only going to get things like decent healthcare because I was going to wave my magic pound coins in front of them and get in front of the queue, which I found highly insulting to Cypriots. The Greek Cypriots that I've come across are people in southern Cyprus, and it's southern Cyprus I'm mainly talking about because it's a long time since I visited the north, and I don't really have any ties with the north of Cyprus. So the Greek Cypriots that I've seen have been, how would I put it there? It's a cosmopolitan place. People are talking about it almost like a third world country. It's anything but. There's some very cosmopolitan places in Cyprus. There are some very, very clever people over there. Yes, there is some poverty, but there's poverty in the UK, and I think there's probably more poverty in the UK at the moment. Immigration-wise, yes, they have problems with immigration the same as we do. It's not a perfect solution, and I don't consider it to be a perfect solution, never have. But it's the general level of things that I'm looking at. But basically, if you're going to have a go about Cyprus, don't bother on my channel because it'll just get deleted. As far as I'm concerned, Cyprus and the Cypriot people are people I'm going to because I respect the country, I respect the people, I respect the customs and cultures, and I'm not having this channel to open the door for people to blast them off. If you want to do that, start your own channel. I am interested in people who have had some issues in Cyprus, obviously, because as I said, it's not a perfect country, nowhere is. So I'm always interested in some of the issues that people have, whether it being too hot in the summer, whether it being too cold in the winter, whatever it is, you know, the thing. I know the cost of living is going up over there. I'm well aware of what the cost of living is and has been. I've been going to Cyprus on and off since the early to mid 90s. So that's over 30 years. and I've seen the changes. I remember driving across Cyprus when it didn't have the motorway right across the middle. In fact, I remember driving when the motorway was being built and suddenly come to a dead end on a sheer drop. So I've been through that sort of thing. Now the infrastructure is fabulous. Since they went to the EU in 2004, there's been a huge amount of improvements in the place insofar as the infrastructure. There's more money being spent. Some people are saying that it's tired and left behind, but it's also one of the things I'm quite happy is to have not too much modernisation. It's the culture and the history and some of that Cyprusness, which I'm really looking forward to being part of. So yeah, that's just to let you know, that's the sort of things which I'm afraid I'll probably just take them offline. I usually don't get into arguments on it, but I don't see the point of them being up there. Yes, it gives me a few ticks for having views, but this is meant to be quite a happy channel as far as I'm concerned, looking at the happy sides of a big move in my life. What else have we got? As I say, an awful lot of people have been really encouraging, not just people from Cyprus, but people who've moved to different countries, and they've shared their experiences. So it really has been fabulous for me to read some of their comments and to see how effective they've been. So yes, those sort of comments totally agree with and totally appreciate you putting them down. So more of those comments really would be appreciated. What else have I noticed on this? Well, just generally, the unfortunate thing that an awful lot of people, especially on the Why I'm Leaving the UK video, are disenfranchised with the UK and disenfranchised with what we have at the moment. Now, don't get me wrong. A couple of people have put on there that that I'm running away from things, leaving the sinking ship. Some have said it in a positive way, some have said it in a slightly amusing way, but one or two have been quite nasty about it. And again, I'll just delete the nasty ones. But I'm not running away from the UK. The UK is my home. I'll still have a house here, but it's not going to be my main home. My house is going to be rented out to my son, so it's basically going to be somewhere where some of my history is. In fact, all my history is here. But at the same time, my intention is to move to Cyprus for good. Even if I take ill over there, I'm intending being over there. I'll probably see the last of my days out over there, and as far as I'm concerned, not come back. A few people have said, "Oh, well, you'll be running back as soon as you take ill to be on the national health." Well, maybe maybe I will, maybe I won't. I've paid into the government and the national health with my national insurance all my working life. I think I have a right to use that facility if it's available, which it is. But at the same time, the health service in Cyprus is absolutely fabulous. It really is, without a lot of the delays that we're seeing in the NHS. And I'm actually quite pleased that some people have really jumped up to defend the NHS, because it is nice. It's not an all bad service. But at the same time, it's something which I consider broken. My wife's in the NHS and has been most of her working life, and there are big differences to what we've seen in the past. So yes, unfortunately, if I do need the NHS, I will be coming back to use it. I will be coming back at least once a year anyway for a holiday. So there's all these sort of comments coming out, some pro, some against. But if it's a callous comment, if it's a caustic sort of comment, don't be surprised if it disappears. However, if it's a positive comment, or if it's an informative comment, don't be surprised to see me give a good reply back to it, because I'm enjoying seeing what you're typing. I will finish this little bit of it off and just saying about 99% of the replies have been very positive and have been informative, so thank you very much for all those. What else is happening? We've been making plans. I got my Irish citizenship through. I've applied for my Irish passport, so I've got to wait for that to come. So that's going to be the key to getting over there. A few people have asked if I'm getting residency. It's because I'm going over there as an EU citizen. And although my wife doesn't have an EU passport, she's coming in as a spouse of an EU citizen, which gives her effectively the same rights. There's a difference in registration that we have to do, because we both have to apply for registration on the island as residents. So there is a slight difference between the two, but not particularly bad. So we've got that pretty much sorted out. As I said in a previous video, I'm going to be coming over here initially before her, hopefully February next year, February 2025. So if you see me out in Paphos, especially with my little Pocket 3 camera in Paphos making videos, come up and say hello. I'd love to see you. I'd love to have a chat with you. I've already got quite a few friends in Cyprus and quite a few friends I do meet up with already, which is really nice. If you can help me with my Greek, then please feel free to, because my Greek vocabulary is improving, but at the same time it's still very weak. And one of the things that I'm determined to do is to speak Greek as much as possible, especially to the locals over there. Not only is it good manners, but I actually think it's part of the culture, which is what I'm striving to achieve, to be accepted into the culture and to respect that culture. So I think I've probably covered everything up to now. As I say, I'm coming over February. My wife will probably be coming over in the probably the third or fourth quarter, probably fourth quarter of next year, because that's when we'll be bringing the dogs across. We want to get the dogs across when it's a cooler climate, something they can acclimatise to, because it's going to be difficult for them to acclimatise if they come over in the middle of a Cypriot summer. So we're looking after them. As I say, I'm looking for accommodation initially, and then we're going to look for something bigger towards the end of next year where we can settle ourselves down properly. So until that, I think that's probably enough to get on with for now. Thanks very much for all the support you've given to the channel. As I say, don't forget to like and subscribe and all those sort of things. Hit the notification bell. I know everybody says those things, but it really does make a huge difference to the channel. And as I say, being monetized and making videos is going to be part of my income in Cyprus to enable me to be a citizen. So every little thing you're doing is helping. So until the next time, this is Brian saying keep on enjoying yourself, whether you're this side of the Med or the Cypriot side of the Med. Keep on enjoying yourself wherever you are. Keep on loving life, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.